Hey, I'm Hannah with GiftTool. Today, I wanted to talk about our event registration service. There's so much to do when you're planning an event. You need an elegant online registration system that matches your branding. It's full of features to save you time, is easy to use for both you and your registrants, and flexible enough to handle registration for 10 or 10,000. So you want your registration pages to reflect your branding. We take your website and create a template to match it. Your registration forms sit within that template. So all your registration pages have the same look and feel of your site. Here's another example. We take your website, create a template, and there's the registration form in the middle. We pull in your colors, fonts, button styles, so the page looks cohesive and has a nice professional feel. Okay, so we have the branding. Now you need to know it's flexible enough for your events. Let's have a look at some of the complexities we can handle. Clients set up online registration forms for all sorts of different events. Golf tournaments, fundraising galas, luncheons, complex conferences, seminars, both in person and virtual, camps, courses. The list is endless. You can create a simple registration form with one type of registrant and one event option, or your form can have lots of different options. You may want to offer different options or different pricing to different people. In this golf tournament example, we have two types of registrants. Golfers can sign up for green fees or the banquet, whereas sponsors are only offered sponsorship opportunities. In this conference example, general attendees and members are offered the same options, but we've set it up so members pay a lower price. There are lots of choices in the way you set up your event. You can display all of these options on the first page or wait until after the Register Now button is clicked. Registrants are then streamed through the process based on the different selections they make. Our last example had two registrant types. You can have as many as you like. Seniors, students, volunteers, whatever wording works best for your event. You can even name one of them something like, I can't attend, but I'd like to make a donation, and stream them directly through to the donation section. For now, let's select General Attendee. I'm going to be shown the options and pricing for general attendees. Note your event can have individual event options, and you can offer packages of options grouped together. Depending on the option I choose on this page, there may be session options to choose from. If not, I'm taken directly to the next page. It's about using logic to stream the registrant through the process efficiently. You set which demographic fields to include and which to make required. There are 34 of them, including 6 blank ones. Lots of places to customize the wording on your forms. If you need more information, you can include multiple choice or short answer questions, and you can stream questions to specific types of registrants or people who have selected certain options. You decide if you want to ask for donations and who you want to ask. You can include the option for giving monthly. Those donations will be processed automatically each month. Great way to increase the number of recurring donors. Depending on your event, you may want to include a waiver that would need to be accepted before proceeding. At the end of the registration, most people opt to pay by credit card. You can offer offline payment methods as well. You would just log in to record any payments you receive to keep the registrant's balance due up to date. Registrants are sent a confirmation email with a copy sent to the event coordinator. Speaking of coordinators, if you want, you can list their contact information on the first registration page. And you can give the event coordinator a special login so that they can access information for the events they're assigned to. Setting up your events is easy. Just proceed through each of the event setup pages. We're happy to create a draft of your first event to get you started, and there's a copy button so you don't need to start from scratch each time. Name your event, pick the language, assign the coordinator. What do you want the Register Now button to say? Set up your registrant types. You can even create hidden ones, which is handy for registering complimentary tickets, for example, that you don't want displayed to the public. Set your prices for the event options. You can include early bird pricing to encourage people to buy tickets sooner rather than later. Include a quantity box if you want people to be able to buy multiple tickets without collecting full contact information for each attendee. Lots of places to include your messaging. We give you as much ability to customize your event as possible while keeping it easy to create the registration that works for your event. Once you've gone through each of the setup pages and you're happy with your event, you just add the event link to your website. More tips on setting up your events in future videos. Let's look at some of the things you can do to get ready for your event. You can design and print off name badges. Add a logo, choose colors and fonts, and you can automatically include some demographic information: company, position, city, or just have their name. Just a tip, you can print off name badges by date range if you want, so you can get everything all ready and then just print off a small batch for people who registered late. You can assign seating for each registrant. And there's a send messages function to email all or some of your registrants. You can automatically include some registration details in the email, like their seating assignment. You decide. You need to know who's coming to your event. In addition to a variety of Excel reports, there's a statistics page that gives you a quick overview of the numbers of each option sold, capacity, remaining spaces, and total amounts. If you're offering the ability to pay at the door, the on-site check-in list will show you if there's a balance due. There are detailed reports that list everyone who's registered, or you can run a summary report to see a high-level view of just the total numbers. If you need a specific set of data, you can create a custom report that includes the columns you want in the order you want them. If your event has session options, there are summary and detail reports for that. If you're selling additional items during registration, merchandise, learning material, parking passes, there are reports for that too. We even have a report for lodging information if that's part of your registration process. If it's enabled for your account, you can turn on tax receipting for an event. The e-tax receipt will be issued automatically and include any donation made during the registration, and if all or a portion of the ticket price is tax deductible. The same applies if any additional items were purchased during the registration. Tax receipts are listed in the reports, and you can easily resend one if necessary. I hope that was helpful. As always, if you have any questions, be in touch. Our number's on our website.